All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a very special video. As you can see, we have a very special figure, and if you guys didn't know, this figure is one of my grail figures, with the others being Devil Homura, which is kind of the companion figure to this one, which hopefully I get soon, and the Kaneki scale figure by Kotobukiya, but that's besides the point, because today we're going to be focusing on this figure right here, this amazing figure by Good Smile Company. It's the 1/8 scale Ultimate Madoka. It's based on the film and sort of towards the end of the main series where, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Madoka, it's actually been a decade. It's their 10-year anniversary this year. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but this is the form that Madoka gets when she finally makes her wish and becomes the ultimate magical girl and saves pretty much all of the magical girls from their impending fate of becoming a witch. She sacrificed herself to take all of their burdens, and she becomes this godlike entity that watches over all the magical girls and makes sure they don't become witches. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's just get right into it, starting with the box. The box, top of it has the title, 1/8 scale painted figure sculpted by Hiroshi Sakura Zensen, Ultimate Madoka figure, and it has a picture of the figure up here. And if you look at the window, it actually has the design that Madoka's bow has when she makes her wish and when she's in her ultimate form. This pattern comes out and a bunch of arrows come scattering from the sky, which is pretty dope. And when the figure's in here, you can see part of the figure, and it also comes with all the parts. And on the side, you have the more pictures of Madoka, of the figure. Nothing too crazy. And then on the back side, we have a lot of angles of Madoka as well. So there's that. But looking at the figure itself, it's a beautiful figure. I was able to find it on OfferUp for a pretty reasonable price. Usually this figure goes for around $300, $400 sometimes, but I was able to find it for about $200 on OfferUp, so shout out to the seller. And yes, it's legit, so we're good. But if you look at the figure, starting with the base, again on the base is the pattern that Madoka's bow has when she uses it, like I mentioned earlier, but it also has a galaxy-like design representing how she's an otherworldly being. She sees above all the magical girls and makes sure everything is all right. So there's that with the base. It's a circular base. In my opinion, I like it. With the figure being so grand, I think it was good that they went with this kind of base, because if there was like a bigger base, you know, yeah, it'd be cool, but it would take away from the figure itself, I believe. And the base is actually attached to Madoka's massive dress, which I really love too. I love the sort of ombre effect that we see on it towards the bottom. It goes from like a pink to a blackish and white fade. And then the details on the dress as well. I really like it because you can see the wrinkles and everything and how grand the dress is. So it's like it's kind of flowy, you know? But the figure actually attaches from the base onto the bottom of her massive dress. Hopefully, I pray that this doesn't cause any leaning issues, because there were only about 2 or 3 pegs there. And it's a pretty heavy figure. It's the heaviest figure I have. But I hope that it doesn't cause too much leaning in the future, but I don't think it will. I've seen some people complain, but you know, it is what it is. If it starts leaning, we'll find a solution, hopefully. But aside from that, aside from the dress, we have Madoka herself. I love the face sculpt. She looks not menacing, but she looks really tough, which is something that we see in the series, you know. She does struggle in the beginning, you know, not wanting to be a magical girl, not knowing what wish she wants. But we see she's determined to help everybody, which I think really reflects the face plate here. So yeah, unfortunately it doesn't come with another faceplate, but that's fine because I think the faceplate currently perfectly fits the figure. And then we also have the 2 bows on top over here, which are different than the two bows that she has in her regular form, which I believe are just red. I guess that adds to the godly-like presence of her. And then we see the wings, they're kind of a translucent, and then they start fading into a whitish pink, which I think is absolutely perfect for the figure. I might be a bit scared of it yellowing over time, especially towards where the wings connect, but I think as long as I take care of it, you know, which I will, it should be fine. And then aside from that, she has her flowing hair, which is pretty solid when I press onto it. Doesn't seem like it'll break, which is really cool, and I like how grand her hair is. It adds a lot to the figure as well. And then looking towards the bottom, we can see that she has her little high heels, and attached to them are these small wings, which are a good touch. And then we have her arm pose, I guess, her arm section. Here we had a little bit of a problem. The arm was a bit difficult to attach, especially with the bow. And speaking of the bow, you can see here that I have the, you know, the less grand bow, or the less flashy bow attached to the figure. As you can see, I have the less flashy bow attached to the figure, and this is because this bow right here can't be supported by the figure, unfortunately. It's a great bow, but it's extremely top heavy because of this piece right here. And honestly, it's really, really difficult to attach to Madoka's arm, and I was scared that I was gonna break it. So, you know, we had to settle for this bow, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all, but the figure would look so badass if it had this bow right here with it. But it is what it is. It's still a great figure. But yeah, with the bow, we have the little arrow attachment here, which attaches to her right arm, and then the bow is tree branch-like, has the pinkish red gems on it, and then on the top has a small bud sprouting from the top. It's not like this one, but it gets the job done. But yeah, overall, this is an amazing figure. It's the best figure in my collection by far, and I am more than happy. Not even more than happy, I'm ecstatic to have it. Like, it's an incredible figure, and I think it captures Ultimate Madoka in a perfect light. It's actually pretty heavy for a figure as well, which is pretty cool. And it's the biggest figure by far. I think it's about 13 to 14 inches if I measure up to the wings. So there's that as well. But it is the best figure in my collection by far. I love this. I love Madoka as a character. She's in my top 5 characters. She's my favorite character in the series. But yeah, this is an amazing figure. Hopefully I get the Devil Homura to go with her soon. But yeah, that is mostly it for the video. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when I upload next. I have a bunch of new content coming out soon, which I have already recorded, which I'll be releasing throughout the next couple of weeks. So I hope that you look out for that, you know, check it out, like it if you like it. If you don't, let me know what I can improve. But yes, this is the 1/8 scale Ultimate Madoka figure by Good Smile Company. It's an incredible figure, and if you're as big of a fan as Madoka as I am, I would go out and get this figure. It is 100% worth it. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching the video again, and I'll see you in the next one.